So I've restarted my computer. Sorry to everyone on YouTube who's had to join a different stream. It still doesn't seem quite right, to be honest with you, but we'll see, and hopefully it'll be fine. Yes, not ideal. Never mind.
What's happening, Philbert? What's the problem? Your end?
So the stream was looking incredibly jittery and jumpy. So
Okay.
I restarted it because I found my computer was just completely slowing down, and I didn't know why.
Yeah.
So I just restarted the whole thing, and it still doesn't seem to be quite right, to be honest with you. But those of you on YouTube, how's it looking to you? Because I'm sort of out of ideas. If this hasn't worked, then we'll probably just have to keep going. Does it look all right?
Yeah. It seemed that everyone's...
Okay, all right. Okay, good. Well, in that case, if you all want to come and join me back on the runway, we can take off from that intersection where we left onto runway 29, and we'll get going again.
Cool.
But do carry on with your conversation, because I just sort of interrupted it there to get on with this, but I was interested.
I've lost the thread now, but we'll get back onto it.
We're talking about Bulgaria and the Magic Circle bar that Stephen opened up with his friends after Brexit, and then you were talking about your computer and a lack of components, and your partner's building it for you.
Okay.
That's the last thing I remember.
That's the last thing I remember. So I think.
No, I think we were saying it's sort of. I was saying that it was a servo, or it said that the first thing people did when they got on it was head home.
Yes.
Which I found very emotional.
Yeah, that's sad, isn't it?
Well, I flew to Liverpool and it looked rubbish.
There's some good photogrammetry for Liverpool you should get though.
Yeah, I'm looking at it, but I sort of. I bought Copenhagen Airport because I like flying there a lot, but I don't really fly to Liverpool a lot.
Right.
But there's some free scenery for Liverpool city centre, which is not bad.
Yeah, we did a tour over it quite early on in this. Well, not that early on in this, but one of the earlier flights in Bimbles around Britain. We went from where were we? It was after Snowdonia, wasn't it? Carnarvon. We flew from Carnarvon. Yeah. To Liverpool. We flew over Liverpool, did a bit of sightseeing with this freeware add-on, and then on to Manchester, which also has some quite good freeware scenery.
I think that Liverpool Airport's getting updated, isn't it, in the New World update?
It is, yeah.
I've managed to find my dad's house in Liverpool after lots of searching.
Oh right, good. So the in-stream chat isn't working, but I don't think that particularly matters. But everything's just freezing again for me now. I've got a spinning blue disc. An error has occurred. Yes, to keep streaming recording. I don't want... Oh, blimey. What's going on? Okay, let's just go. And I think it's working. The issue might be with the Streamlabs program that I use to actually do the streaming, and now it wants me to quit. But do you know what? If it packs up, we'll just keep flying anyway. Cement, welcome to Club Filbert Bronze. Thank you very much for joining. You should have a nice tune and a little animation, but everything's broken, so all you have is my appreciation and gratitude. Welcome aboard.
One of us now.
Yes. Oh, it is working. Good. I can hear it. I don't know if you can see it. It's nice when people support you even when everything's going horribly wrong.
Joys of technology.
I know, I love it.
I used to be a programmer 30 years ago, but that's all lost, and I'm starting to get too old to cope with modern stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've never been a programmer or anything like that, but I used to be, I used to know about computers. I used to be able to understand them and build them and fix them when they went wrong. And I'm just totally out of touch these days. I was looking at upgrading my system, and I honestly I don't know where to begin.
I just turn to friends instead.
Yeah.
Who I bought this computer off, who bores me for hours with endless technical this, technical that, and I'm like, just fix it.
Yeah. I used to care about this, but now I just want it to work. Oh, thanks, Cernan. I'm glad you're enjoying the reviews.
It seems the place. Oh, sorry, go on.
Go on, whoever's about to talk.
I apologize. I was saying it seems a place to start these days is signing up for the stock list, stock emails.
Yeah.
The updates on that.
Yeah. I'm sort of just hoping this will all blow over and there'll be plenty of availability in a while, and that might be the time to upgrade. But it's been going on a long time now, isn't it?
Yeah. I think more and more people are jumping on it too. Using what they like those bots you can get, can't they? Where they just buy it for you.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
But it's not even them anymore. It's just you sign a bot to like a website. I don't know it very well, but and then that bot buys it for you.
Right.
Yeah, it kind of eliminates that thing of you sat at your desk all day.
Yeah. Bit like eBay sniping, but for actual shops.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it seems quite effective for them, which is annoying. Hence, you can see on eBay like the honeycomb throttle quadrant being for like 500, 400 quid.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It is. Blue Energy, sorry, I don't think I ever said hello to you. Welcome to the stream. And we got a good turnout today. And the sim seems to be working and the stream seems to be working, so I'm going to relax a bit now. So we're headed now for Loch Ness, which I'm sure everyone has heard of because of the monster. But did you also know that it is the largest lake by volume in the British Isles?
We do now.
You do not. Does
I did not know that.
There you are. There you are. Does anyone want to hazard a guess of how deep it is? In meters?
200 meters?
More.
500.
Not that much.
350.
Less. I'll tell you. It's 230 meters, so you're very close, Jason.
Okay, thank you.
Now this makes it... Sorry, go on.
No, well, being an American, I don't know what a meter is. So.
No, I realised that, as I said. That's why I demanded it in meters.
No, you're funny. I like to have fun with that, so...
Well,
So-
I just crashed.
No! Into
Somewhere
what?
wrong- Into the ground. Something went wrong with my altitude. I couldn't get it from, and it just spun. So I'm restarting in the air.
Okay.
Bless you.
Oh, bad luck.
I didn't go into a lock, thank God.
Well, you might have survived that. You never know.
Well, are you live streaming? Because I've now just crashed in front of everything.
I am live streaming, but it didn't make it onto the stream, so I didn't see it. I'm looking around now for your broken plane, but I assume you've gone.
Yeah, I've just
Oh, I still had my flaps out. No wonder I wasn't going very fast. I've got some more little stuff about Loch Ness and a little quiz to see if any of you have actually been listening on the earlier legs through Scotland. So, as I said, it's 230 metres deep at its deepest point. That makes it the second deepest loch in Scotland. Do you remember what the first deepest was? I'm very disappointed in you all.
Students.
It was Loch Moray, which we did. I'm pretty sure we flew over, but I could be wrong, so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. It's got murky water due to the high peat content in the surrounding soil, and this is the most fascinating fact: it contains more water than all of the lakes in England and Wales combined.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Blue Energy says a metre is kind of like a yard, which is, yeah, it's close enough, I guess. And Garlic Games is here, welcome.
It's about 3.5 feet.
3.5 feet, thank you.
Or 3.3.
Is anyone in the clouds? Because I've got ice on the windows. I've kind of...
Yes,
Yeah, low cloud again here, yes.
I'm at about 2,500 feet, so...
I'm going to do a bit of descending, I think, to try and avoid the icing.
I think that's what might happen to me, because I went up to 3,000 feet and loads of ice came and then the plane went down.
Ah, yeah, that could well be it. Hey, it wasn't your bad flying, it was the weather conditions.
I should have come in an A320.
Yeah. We did have a phase of quite a few people doing that. We had someone at Manchester Barton in an A320, someone else in a 747. Yeah.
It's funny.
Gosh, this sun's right in my eyes. Can't see anything.
Yeah.
Welcome to life.
Do you think we'll need to adjust the time, Philbert? Because it's 3:30 and the sun's getting quite low. Are you gonna?
I'm going to
adjust
keep
the
going.
time? Okay.
Because when I did the practice flight, which I do at 4 times speed, because I don't like to do the whole thing twice, it was just around about sunset when we made it to Aberdeen, and it was quite
Perfect.
nice. Thank you, Pablo. Nice to see you.
I see a bit of snow on the hills to the left.
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
Wilbur does not see them.
I do now. I don't know why I couldn't before, but I do now.
Well, I'm not able to load the flight planning in this plane because I haven't got a clue how you do it now, so I'm just going to have to follow everyone.
Yeah, that's fine. Just spawn at Inverness or on one of us if you can, and
You can
yeah,
see the distance. Big pack of you.
yeah. You can always slew to us if you're struggling to catch up. I don't know how fast that plane is.
Not that far, actually. I don't even know how to slew.
Yeah, okay.
That
So
before
you can, yeah. Well, if you can catch us up, then it doesn't matter. But for future reference, if you press Y, that goes into slew mode, and then
right.
I have it bound to my joystick, so I can just move that in the direction I want to go. But that's not a default thing. And usually there's someone who will tell you the key commands because I don't know them. I think JP knows.
Yeah, it's on your numpad. It's 8 and 2 is for the backward, and then 4 and 6 is left and right, but they are inverted. So 6 is left and 4 is right. And F2 and F4 is down and up.
There you are.
And the rest you don't need to bother it.
You're an asset to the team, JP.
Thank you. Well, it isn't the sun that's bothering me, it's the reflections on the lake that's bothering me right now.
Yeah, it's got a bit better for me as I've come down lower. But yes, it is still quite glaring.
It looks beautiful. Well, I like it. Yes.
I do. The Irish Aviator, you're going to try and join. Excellent. We're on the Southeast Asia server. You feel free to add me as a friend if you want, and you should be able to spawn on top of us, hopefully.
Is all this Loch Ness or is this another?
Pardon?
Is this all Loch Ness we're flying over?
Yes,
right
yes, it is. It's very, very long.
now? Didn't realize it was this big.
No, nor did I.
Has anyone spotted the monster yet?
Not yet. I'm
Down to
looking.
the right.
There is an add-on for it you can get from Flight Sim TO, but I decided that was a step too far for me.
No, that would be brilliant.
Probably would.
Yeah, you
I did just do a.
you should add that to your announcement. So we install every rubbish what is available.
Yeah.
I did just look down and it looked like Filbert was below me, so maybe he's the monster.
Where are you? I can't see you.
Well, we might see Boris Johnson. I believe he's in Scotland at the moment. He might pop up.
Yes.
You'd have to be quick.
I think the middle of Loch Ness would probably be the safest place for him at the moment, to be honest.
Okay, not all rubbish I would install.
Like a flying
That's
donut.
one where you go back into your plane and you're sat in the pilot's lap with a co-pilot.
Say that again. You go back into your plane and you're sat in the pilot's lap.
Yeah, the two guys that appear outside are on the inside, and I've got a co-pilot next to me.
Oh, yes, I have had that, and none of the gauges work.
It's gone now, but it's been a disconcerting.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had that ages ago. I never really understood what caused it. Who's that who's just come into the chat? Is that you, Wacky, is it? I can't hear you if you are expecting us to. So essentially, the waypoint we're heading to, which is called Loch Ness, is just a fairly random point because I thought, we could fly all the way to the very end of it, but we're going very much in the wrong direction. So I figured we'd turn left at that waypoint and head east towards the Cairngorms. Because otherwise, if we keep going, we won't be very far from Fort William, which we passed on the way up a few weeks back.
Can you give a heading?
For when we leave the loch,
Yes.
we'll be going to... Oh, the blooming thing's in the way. Hold on. 294, I think? No, that can't be right. Must be 94. 94. Oh, 96, thank you. Mine says 94. I don't know why.
That's interesting.
25 nautical miles at 94 degrees
Yeah.
magnetic.
Do you
That
have
little nav map, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine says 96.
Yeah,
So-
weird.
Do you have Navigraph imports?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, because maybe the magnetic variation is a little bit different in the stock game than the Navigraph.
Maybe. This is little nav map that I'm using here. So yeah, you're right, it could be. But we're both looking at little nav map, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have Navigraph imported into little nav map.
Oh, I see. No, I didn't know you could do that.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, by the way, Filbert, you're posting 2 flight plans, right?
Yes.
Well, you can just use the regular PLN file in little nav map.
Oh, that's true. I could just post the one. And does it have all the same level of detail as if you save it as LNP? LN plan or whatever it is.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I'll give that a go next time. How do you get people's names up? So if you press escape and go into the settings and then traffic, there's an option there for nameplates or gamer tags or whatever they're called. So has everyone more or less seen enough of the loch, do you feel?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Then we'll make a left turn here. It's lovely, but it does get a bit samey after a while. And we'll do a bit of climbing. It gets a little bit mountainous as we progress east.
What do you want us to climb to, Filbert?
2,500.
Okay. I'm at 3.2, so
Oh yes,
3,000.
I say we should
Yeah.
climb, but I'm a lot lower than most people I see. So. I said 2,500 with quite a lot of confidence there. With these VFR flights, I tend to just look at what's ahead of me and go a bit above it. Unless we're doing proper canyon flying and there's sudden sharp walls, things like that.
On your nav map, if you press the on the toolbar on the top, and
Yeah.
all the way to the right, you have this show minimum altitude.
Yes, I've got it on, but the thing is, I only have one monitor, and it only shows the map itself. So I've got the map superimposed on my game, and I don't think that shows. It shows it in the vertical profile bit, doesn't it? Or am I wrong?
No, then you get the. I don't know if you have seen a real nav chart.
Yes.
Yeah, you know those big numbers.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the minimum altitude.
Oh, and it gives
then
you that
gets
on
those
the
yeah.
map. Oh, okay. I obviously don't
Yeah,
have it
so
on there.
in the grid you're flying right now, it's 4,900, and the next will be 5,600.
Okay, let me look at this toolbar. Go all the way to the right. Show minimum altitude on the map. Doesn't appear to have done anything. Maybe it's because I'm using the Google map.
You might have to zoom out a bit.
Oh yes, I see them. Nice. Thank you for pointing that out.
Finally caught up with you. God.
Ah, good.
Yeah, something wrong with the trim on this plane. It took me a long time to get it trimmed right. I think that's what, when I took off again, that's what happened. It just went crazy.
Neil, hello. Welcome to the stream. Just as an aside, have I checked out Orbeck Sizzy NTO Sandefjord Airport? Not yet. Some of the best glass and reflections and fences he's ever seen. That's very exciting. It's on my list. So my next reviews are going to be Sandefjord, Stockholm Skavsta, and that might be it. That might be the only ones on the list. So you've inspired me. I'll do Sandefjord first before Skavsta. After Glasgow, I need some good stuff.
You mean Sandefjord with the Norge, Norway?
Yes. Have you got it?
No.
I bought today Glasgow. I hope it's beautiful.
It's got some good things about it. I published my review of it about half an hour before this stream started. So yes, yeah. It's not perfect, but it's okay.
You know, I need to fly home, yeah? So that's why I bought Glasgow.
Yes, of course. I forgot you used to live there.
Have you heard anything about Gaia simulation when they publish Zurich and Munich?
No. They made loads and loads of announcements, didn't they? But for some reason, nothing's come out. I don't know what their latest is with them.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to both of those and Stansted.
Yeah, I would buy Stansted too, yeah. Oh, we can do here skiing, can't we?
Yes, we can.
Just about, yeah.
So the national park we're going to fly through, the Cairngorms, has some good skiing, actually. Both downhill and cross country.
And if
Yeah,
it's accurate enough, there should be a lot of snow there because
Yeah.
they've had a lot of snow
Yeah.
recently.
I don't like the look of this cloud ahead, though.
I was looking at that too.
I mean,
Quite-
we can go above it, but then we won't see much.
Yeah, it's fairly low cloud now.
Yeah.
Right above it.
Well, I propose that we fly above it as far as Aviemore, and if it's thick all the way beyond it, then I propose we switch to one of the weather presets and just put a bit of snow on the ground, because otherwise we won't see all the pretty scenery. Flying along with my carb heat on as well, no wonder I wasn't climbing well.
Following everyone else because I haven't got a clue where I'm going.
Yeah, stick with us, you'll be alright.
Yeah, the ski season's been funny in Bulgaria because of global warming. It's only the higher peaks and you have to shovel snow up there.
Right.
Keep it going. We had one winter we had minus 31 here. Now we don't get that at all. About 2 days of snow this year.
Really? Minus 31? Great.
Yeah, that was about 10 years ago. But ever since it's been getting warmer every winter.
Right.
You're getting all the snow in England and we're getting all the sun.
You really are selling Bulgaria quite well today.
He's doing very well, isn't he?
Unless you're going there for skiing.
Well, you're all very welcome when it opens up again.
Yeah, I'm pretty sold.
As long as you avoid Sunny Beach, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Oh, it's dreadful. Do you know they actually opened a Brexit bar in Sunny Beach?
Oh, you're joking.
Yeah! I just walked past it with utter contempt.
Brexit bar, whatever next.
I know. I think it was full of Bulgarians, though.
I'm not surprised given Sunny Beach's reputation.
It seems as like there's some breaks in the cloud you can kind of fly around.
Yeah, I think we'll stick with the live weather a little longer. I'm at 4,500 now to avoid it.
Is the heating not working here in the sim, or?
No anti-ice in this Carinada.
Yeah, but I have the cabin heat control and cabin air control 100%, but nothing is working.
Which aircraft are you in?
172.
I don't know what that's got in the way of anti-ice, to be honest. I know the 152 has nothing.
No, yeah, the cabin heat is just for inside climate.
Cernent says the live weather's clear for him. Yeah, so that just sometimes happens to me as well, and there's nothing I've found that fixes it, other than restarting the sim, unfortunately.
Well, if you load in without clouds each time, or no, with a preset, and then switch to live weather.
But even that doesn't always work for me. I've tried it.
I think it's if you've had a flight in live weather and you go back to the main menu, I think that's when it defaults to clear skies.
Oh, right, okay.
It's obviously some sort of bug, isn't it? But yeah, I think you're right, you do have to restart the sim completely to get the authentic live weather again.
Yeah. I have Unreal Weather installed for exactly that reason, so that when the live weather packs up, I've got a backup, although I don't like it as much.
I have a one guy with a name tag of 152, but he's in a MB339.
All right. Who's that?
Cairngorms.
Oh.
Mad lad.
Sorry?
Mad lad.
Yeah. So this next place we're arriving at, Aviemore, is sort of one of the first towns inside the Cairngorms National Park. And it's also the terminus of the 10-mile-long Strathspey Heritage Railway. Who am I with, Bluebird? Well, I'm with... how many of us are there in the chat? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12... There are 14 of us in the chat and a few more on the live stream who aren't in the chat. These are just people I've met along the way, really, who are on my Discord server, and everyone's welcome to come fly with us if they want to. The details are just down below the YouTube video in the description. Jabanica says that their default FS weather and Rex weather provide different weather conditions for the same place. Yes, I have the same with the live weather and Unreal weather. I think it's because both Rex and Unreal just read the closest METAR station and inject weather based on that, whereas the Sims live weather is based on modelling, isn't it? So it's probably less accurate, slightly, but also more varied. Do any of you know what Rex does that Unreal Weather doesn't? Doesn't do.
I've got Rex weather, but it tends to do the weather instantly and doesn't phase it in, so you suddenly get this jarring effect.
Yeah, that's what Unreal Weather does as well. But I know some people swear by it, but as far as I'm aware, they do pretty much the same thing. They read the closest METAR station, apply that weather to the whole planet, and then when you get closer to a different METAR station, the world changes completely instantly, as you're saying. It just jars. Yeah. But it must have more to it than that, because otherwise people wouldn't buy it. But I don't know what it is.
Well, I think we buy it and then find out.
Yeah. Might be psychology.
Maybe. Yeah. I guess it was around first as well, so a lot of people bought it before there was a free alternative.
I blame Aussie Flight Simmer, he sold it really well. I bought it because of him.
Right.
I think the sim weather's quite alright now for a couple of
I'm completely happy with the sim live weather, to be honest.
Yeah, me too.
The wind
and it has its moment.
Got better.
Yeah, it's got better, and the pressures seem to match the METAR reports as well now, so that's a good step forward.
Philbert, do you know who the unknown pilot is in the I don't know, it looks like a citation or something. It's flying around. Do you know who that is?
No.
It just says unknown, and they're just flying around us. Does anyone else see it?
Yeah, I saw
Eric,
it before, yeah.
directly in front of me.
Yes, directly ahead. Yeah.
He's called Cernant for me. I think he's in the YouTube channel.
Oh, Cernant's in. Yeah, it doesn't say unknown for me. I've got Cernant. He's the nice man who just signed up to Club Filbert Bronze.
Oh right.
But he's in a
Why is he
152 for me.
Oh, he's in a jet with
He's
me.
definitely in a jet, yeah, flying quite low.
At 10,000 feet and climbing.
Yeah.
He's not in the
Performance.
152.
Yeah, he's high up now.
It's a citation.
Oh,
In a
it's,
citation when he flew past me before.
Yeah.
it's weird. It says C152 for me. I'm going to try and zoom in, see if I can see it. No, I can't. I can just see your lights.
He's got some good performance on it anyway.
Yeah, he has. Yeah.
It's going very fast for a Cessna 152, I have to say.
Isn't that weird?
Supercharged version.
Yeah.
Ah, Cernant says he's in a jet, but the game doesn't show it. Is it one of the add-on jets that you've got? And also, why is he showing up as unknown for some people, but with his name for others?
Microsoft Flight Sim.
Yeah, it's true. Sometimes that is the only answer. It's an add-on jet, so maybe yeah, it just doesn't know what to do with it.
It would be cool buzzing around here in that RAF jet that was released not so long ago.
It would actually. Did you know that the Cairngorms is the largest of the UK's national parks?
Do now.
Didn't know that. I thought it would have been the Peak District, but
Yeah,
There you
I was surprised. Does anyone know how big it is? And I can take square miles or square kilometres for this one.
Do we win Birmingham if we get it right?
No idea. I'm sorry. I
No.
couldn't even fathom, I guess.
No, okay. Okay, shall I tell you?
Go on.
It's 4,500 square kilometres or 1,700 square miles. In fact, it's over. That's rounded down, believe it or not.
Incredible from up here, then.
Sorry?
Looks incredible from up here, doesn't it?
Yeah. I don't think I am going to change the weather. I wanted to do a little bit of valley flying, which obviously we can't really with this cloud here, but it's so lovely.
it's great. And,
That's what's
with the snow on the ground as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the heating is working in the Cessna. It takes its time, but the air cabin heating de-ice the window.
Oh, good. So we're about to fly over the top of both the third highest and second highest mountains in the British Isles. You'll remember we flew over Ben Nevis a couple of legs ago, which is the highest. But this first one, Breriach, Astromidus?
Yeah,
Breriach, thank you. Is the third highest. It's the highest point in the western massif of the Cairngorms, separated from the central section by the pass of Latheronwheel, I'm going to say. And it's unusual in that it's got a crescent-shaped summit, so hopefully that'll be sticking through the clouds. We'll be able to see the moon.
Marcus, how do you defrost the windows, did you say?
Well, only I do the cabin heat control on 100% hot air and the airflow even on 100%.
You're in the 172 though, aren't you? And you're in the 152, Jason.
Yeah, I was going to say I couldn't see it. Has anyone else got a frozen window? I can't see out.
I did early, but again I found put the cabin air on and on the heat on has cleared the windscreen in the airplane, I think.
I have to fly outside because I can't see.
You see, in my times we had a cassette. Yes, this is something where we got music from, called Walkman and something like that. Yes, and then we on the class we scrapped and we got the eyes away. Try that.
Well, I have cabin heat and cabin air only by 152.
Where's the cabin heat in the 152?
It's beneath the right yoke.
Beneath the
Yeah,
right
exactly.
yoke.
Where is it? Sorry?
Beneath the
Oh,
right
yes.
yoke to the right
The
of the
right.
picture.
Right hand side yoke under it.
Or under the RPM gauge, if you may.
So guys, please go back to your flight instructor and learn your system.
Oh, I finally found mine. God, it was under the other yoke.
Well, to be honest, that's your flight instructor's responsibility, isn't it?
Well, it's kind of the same of asking where is the throttle.
It's true.
Or the yoke.
Has everyone found the crescent-shaped peak?
Can't see it.
I'm directly over it now. It's sort
I'm
of.
just over it.
It's not a perfect crescent, I won't lie to you, but it's crescent-ish. And the next mountain, which is coming up very shortly, is Ben Macdui, which has an elevation of 4,295 feet. It's the second highest mountain in the British Isles, as I think I said. And I've also forgotten to delete a line from last week's trip, which is directly under it. Apparently it was used as a mussel fishery.
Rather peculiar.
You need to fire that script writer.
Cernit says it's the MB339 that he's flying. Dazza doesn't have a frozen window. Well, bully for you, Dazza. And Goblin2B, welcome. He's from France. He's in Waco. In Waco, maybe. I don't know. It's nice here, he says. And he's Druid Zeus. Where's Druid Zeus? I can't see you. Oh, yes, I can. Yes, there you are. Good. Glad you've managed to join us.
It's the cabin HT pull valve. Is that for the heat, is it?
Aver.
Is that the heater?
Yes, yeah.
It is.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you also need to pull
It's not working. I'm still frozen.
Give it time.
Oh well. Okay.
So
And if you want it warmer, you need to put the throttle to the firewall if you want it.
Cool.
But again, it takes its time. For me, it took around about 10 minutes.
Okay. I have to be patient then.
And else you can go and get off live weather and set the temperature to max, and then switch back.
Well, and now in my room it's so hot. Yes, can't believe it. It might be that even my Pentium is heating the room.
So this is where I was planning on descending a little bit and doing some valley flying along the River Dee, which I think we could do. It's a little bit risky in case the cloud closes in. It's up to you. Whoever wants to stay up high should stay up high, but I'm going to go down.
think we go for it.
Yeah.
YOLO.
the- Exactly.
Might as well.
You only live once.
YOLO unless you're Steve and he's on his second life so far today.
I tell you, but if somebody does an add-on for fixed pitch trim, I'm buying it. It's shocking. You gotta push a down arrow up and up down. It just doesn't stay.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
If you have an autopilot, just put your autopilot on level and then disengage it. Then it will be trimmed.
This FS 2020 needs Nessie in Loch Ness. Yeah, I was saying before you joined, Goblin, that there is an add-on to put Nessie in Loch Ness. But I didn't get it, and I do regret it a little bit now. But after the world update launches, I think we need to refly some of these legs. Possibly this one, and if we do, then we can all download Nessie.
We'll have to head to Barra Airport.
Yes, yeah, you're right. We should do that.
Okay.
Wow.
Do you think to remove the Orbix landmarks of London, sorry, I eat a cake and talk, or should we keep it after the update?
I'm probably going to remove it, I think. It might work. They weren't sure. I saw a post about this on the Orbex forums. And from what I can gather, they're not really sure what's going to happen when this update is released. It might just blend in, yeah, and place them on top of the photogrammetry, or it might not, and they might have to edit it. But to be honest, if the photogrammetry is good enough, I think there's probably no point bothering with it. I honestly thought when they released that London Landmarks add-on, I thought, that means we'll never get a photogrammetry London, so I'm really excited to be wrong about that. Do we know how big the coverage, how wide the coverage of London is going to be?
No idea.
They put a price on it yet?
It's a free update.
Oh, is it? Oh, right.
Yeah, this is the world update that's coming in the 9th to the 11th, was it you said?
9th to the 11th, yeah.
Yeah.
Could still be pushed back there yet, couldn't it?
It could, yeah.
The past anything to go by.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind as long as it comes out in a good state.
No, me neither. This is one I'm happy to wait for.
Exactly.
Has anybody been flying around Las Vegas in this sim?
I haven't actually.
Oh, looks beautiful.
Yeah.
The last time I went there was when I did the review of the add-on, but yeah, I really want to.
Yeah, I need to get that add-on.
Yeah, you do. To me, it's of all the add-ons I've reviewed, that is the most impressive.
I got the Chicago landmarks fine. I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, my system doesn't quite handle Chicago by itself very well, but it handles it okay.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have that one.
You filmed
Very colorful at night.
You filmed the Club Filbert thing there, didn't you, too, at the Karen?
Oh yeah, that's true. I did film the Club Filbert thing there, and then I deleted the Club Filbert video because I hated it. It made me squirm. I mean, I've still got it. The footage was nice. I just need to do a voiceover that's sort of a bit more normal, I think.
Too hard on yourself, Albert. It was brilliant. It was good.
Oh, thank you.
You know, I was about to say I haven't heard any Club Filbert advertisements yet in this street.
No, I'm not very good at promoting. I'll do one now. Let me just check how many people are watching to see if it's worth it. Yeah, it's probably worth it. So, as Jenny was alluding to, I now offer memberships, channel memberships, which a lot of the people flying with me have taken up and are loving, I'm sure. So basically you can pay either £1.99 a month for bronze membership or $5.99 a month for silver membership, and that gets you access to a few little perks, including a private voice channel and a private text channel on the Discord server, custom, what do they call them, badges to go next to your name in chat. You can see Cernents and Dazzers up there, very fetching they are too. Custom emojis, and if you join Club Filbert Silver, you also get a private Club Filbert Silver members only live stream once a month. And of course, best of all, you know you are giving me money, which is all anyone could want from life, really, I think. Hello Liam, I'm very well, thank you. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Ah yes, so this is where the castles start. So I can tell you a little bit about Braemar Castle. I mean, obviously they're not going to be castles in the sim, but you'll see perhaps a block of flats or something like that, which will be nice. So Braemar Castle from the late Middle Ages was a stronghold of the Earls of Mar. The present version was constructed in 1628, and it's now owned by the chief of Clan Farquharson and leased to a local charitable foundation. So that's just coming up in the Dee Valley ahead of us. And maybe soon custom emoji that says wing view. Absolutely, yeah, I've got to work on that.
Brilliant.
Or at least a picture of a wing.
Me and Kaffel like a good wing view, don't we?
Yeah, you do. In fact, I can't see any evidence of a castle here at all. I can see a few outbuildings, but... Oh, there's something there. Maybe that's it. Oh, that's a bit castle-y. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Good.
If you get down low enough, it looks like there's a castle there.
Yeah, I'm pretty low. 1,600 odd. So yeah, there was something. There was. The next one is Balmoral, which of course is much more famous because it's the Queen's. It's the Queen's house. It's been a residence of the British royal family since 1852, when the estate and the original castle were purchased from the Farquharson family by Prince Albert, husband of Queen Victoria. Anyway, they found it to be a little bit too small for them, so they knocked it down and replaced it with the current building. And it's now the private property of Queen Elizabeth II, as opposed to being part of the Crown estate like her official residences. She normally stays there from mid-July until October, and it's been added to by successive members of the royal family, now covering an area of approximately 50,000 acres or 20,000 hectares. So that's coming up shortly. Hello, Morris. Jason, you're asking about my cats. Morris has come up to get involved now.
Oh. And how's is it George?
Mildred.
Mildred.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's
how's
alright.
she doing?
Yeah, she's
Sure.
fine.
Okay.
She woke me up this morning because I had a bit of a lie-in, and I'm not really allowed to do that because she gets too hungry. So that was nice at 5:30.
We got any Scottish people on this trip?
I believe Astra is. I'm not sure where he is, but
Well, I'm English but live in Scotland.
okay.
Kind of adopted Scottish.
and he sounds a tiny bit Scottish, so it's good enough. Oh, Caffel, you're waiting for a wing view from the Cessna. Here you go. Enjoy. Not only a wing view, but a view of Housie.
there it is, the glorious wing view.
Yes, slightly delayed, but there it was. I wish I could reduce the lag on YouTube. It would make things much better. It'd be much easier to chat with people who are watching. But I think it is what it is.
I used to do live streams on YouTube years ago in a different type of environment. The lag was nothing like it is now. So I don't know. Because of updated technology and its higher quality that's causing that.
Yeah, maybe. What did you use to stream, Jenny?
It was just chat sessions regarding certain various like politics and that kind of
Oh, okay. How many acres does a corgi need to run in? Yes, it's a fair question.
Yeah, I did have to. I laughed when you said, the castle wasn't big enough, so they just knocked it down to a bigger one. I'm like, how big a castle does a person need?
I know. It's really quite ugly, I think, the modern Balmoral. We won't see it, of course, but we'll see something.
Because if the Scottish go for independence, will they compulsory purchase it?
That's a very good question.
And how much will she get for it?
I would suspect not as much as she paid. Anyway, there it is, and you can make out when it's less snowy the gardens, so if anyone's interested it's worth coming back here without the snow. Get a little sense of exactly where the corgis roam.
I'd just be worried about who would buy it if you put it up for sale.
Yes.
Probably Rupert Murdoch.
I was thinking Donald Trump.
Yes, he's made noises about moving to Scotland, isn't he?
Well, I don't think they'll let him now.
So he's near his golf courses.
Yeah.
He does a golf course on it.
I'm very
Doesn't look too bad at the sim.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It does look like a castle at least, doesn't it?
It does.
Discovered this plane's doors open.
Say that again.
I've just discovered that this plane's doors open. I want to fell out.
I thought that's what you said. I thought, oh, he's going to crash again.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see the doors are open.
I don't think it's a good idea to open the doors on the plane in midair.
And I immediately started freezing the windscreen off.
Well, ice on the inside's easier to tackle, I suppose.
Well, I'm pleased to announce that my screen has defrosted, so
Oh, good.
there we go. Thanks Marcus and friends for helping out with that.
That's what you get for flying a kite.
Didn't you turn that on about 4 castles ago?
Yeah, it was about 4 castles ago, but it's worked, that's the thing. Now I know where it is. I didn't even know where the heater was, so there you go. Need to do some homework on the Cessna.
Okay, where's your amp meter?
Well, we are not here for fun. We have to learn something, yeah? Story and our aircrafts.
Oh, I'm surely learning every day. There's always something new to learn, definitely.
Yeah, so where's your amp meter?
But pay attention to the trees, huh?
Yes. I'm doing better than I usually do at that. I think.
It is amazing, though, isn't it? I
Yeah.
mean, my goodness.
Yeah, it's spectacular. I'm very glad we came down into the valley and didn't decide to stay above the clouds.
Absolutely.
Hello, Samsonite. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. The valley is beautiful for low flying. It certainly is, Goblin.
I look at the screen and the scenery we have right now, and I just think back to, the very first simulator I ran, which is version 2, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
what's happened in 40 years.
Yeah, it is.
Agree.
It is.
I was on the first one in 1982 as a lad.
Were you?
Nice.
Yeah, it was just a frame in black and white.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you had to put it on a Commodore 64 with a cassette.
Yes.
Oh, nightmare.
This was my first time too, yeah.
Ah, I feel so young.
There you go.
There were two airports, as I recall, but they were just runways. That's all it was.
Yeah.
Meeks Field in Chicago.
Yeah!
Yep.
So my first proper sim was Microsoft Flight Simulator for Windows 95. But the first time I actually flew an aircraft was in a game called Chocks Away, which was on the Acorn computer. I don't know if any of you ever played that.
That.
Yeah?
Yeah. I remember the computer, not the game.
Oh, right, yeah. It was brilliant. You flew a Tiger Moth, and you know, it did have colours, but not many of them. Yeah, I used to love that.
Allow me to make you feel old. My first sim was FSX.
How old are you? 12?
I'm 20 now.
Oh. Well, my first
No.
was Explain 11.
Right. Okay, yeah, that's harshed my vibe successfully.
Mine was FS1 from Sublogic before Microsoft was even involved in 1979 on an Apple II.
Oh, you
Great.
I left you in 1979.
Did you know Bruce personally?
No, but I wish I did. It's improved a little bit since then.
Just a fraction, yeah.
What do you think the biggest jump has been between two flight simulators?
I think this one and FSX.
Yeah,
I agree with that, yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
More Explain maybe, and FS6.
Yeah.
I would do what Explain 11, and those are going to be like in 2 years, are they going to still be around?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because if you get study level aircraft in this, what's the reason to go and Explain 11?
I don't know. I've never really got the reason for X-Plane. I've tried it. I think I tried X-Plane 10 most recently. And I preferred P3D by a long stretch.
I think it's going to come down to developers. If developers decide to not make anything for the other versions, then they'll die. Because there's no infrastructure for it, no community for it. There's no point in keeping it going.
Mm.
Unless that Explain 11 matches up with Google Maps.
Yeah, that would be a coup, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Because you all know Bing Maps is not really there, is it?
No.
They were probably on the budget.
But I'm really looking forward to the VR set. As Phil will know, we have birthday in few weeks, and so I would like to buy a new one. Yeah.
It is amazing.
You'd like to buy me one, did you say? I misheard.
Shit for that.
Marcus, when is your birthday?
2 days after his
22nd and 23rd of March, our birthdays.
Oh, right, on the 2nd of March.
All right.
25 years. Yeah.
I'm 23rd.
Ah,
No, it's March then.
very close then.
What are you thinking about a HP VR set, or do you think? Well, I don't want to go to Oculus with Facebook, yeah, but
I honestly don't know. I would need to upgrade my computer a lot before I considered VR, I think.
do you think really? Or what I heard is that it's not so big consumption.
I've heard mixed things.
I have a 3-year-old hardware, and it works. It works not perfect, but it works very well.
Okay.
But MB339 has managed to slow down.
Sorry?
No, that MB339 has managed to slow down.
Ah, yes, good.
I find it amazing. We just flow over the snow, enjoying the hills, and now coming down, snow is coming less, and
Yeah,
free. Isn't it great?
It is. It's fantastic.
it is.
Oh, Dingo says something for you all to Google. I'd argue this was my first sim. Classic Toys, Sharper or Shaper You Fly It, 1970. Has anyone heard of that?
No.
No.
Nope.
Just before I was born, so.
But I will Google it after this flight. I'm intrigued.
Gosh, the light's faded quickly, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. Yeah.
I had to put my dome light on.
Oh, really? I'm not there yet.
It's a little dome light. It's all pink light in the cockpit.
Okay, a quiz for everyone. Where's the dome light button?
It's on the buttons at the
It's on the left, on the 152, under the captain's yoke or the left seat yoke, the leftmost switch. I'm starting to
only
wonder.
just discovered it, so don't worry. Sorry, Philbert, what did you say?
No, I was just going to say I was wondering if I was flying at the wrong time because it's still light enough for me to see. For some reason, I'm 5 minutes behind live time. I don't know how that's happened, but
Just change your time slider and then back again to live.
yeah, it's But even so, yeah, it is a bit. The 5 minutes does make a difference, actually. It's a bit darker now, but I'm not in dome light territory just yet. We're nearly there, I think, sort of. Oh yeah, we're not far off at all now.
I'm just adjusting my time now. I've got about 20 minutes before
That's not a
it
bad
starts
idea.
getting a bit.
I don't know what that little airfield was that we just passed, but I did a quick touch and go of it, which was
Oh, I totally missed that.
which was
I
almost
missed it too.
disastrous.
That was a Boyne, it's called. The village of a Boyne that was just after it is known as a kind of retirement hotspot for people in Scotland.
Yeah, right.
They probably didn't like me buzzing their houses.
Has been a bit messed up with lots of runway signs. I did a landing there, and there were tons of signs there somehow.
Fairly standard, isn't it, for the autogen airports?
I wish somebody would do soft here. It looks like a bunch of shoeboxes thrown on the ground.
You should give it a go.
I wouldn't know where to start.
No, nor would I. But people manage it, you know. You could do a quick Google. I don't know.
Probably destroy Vitishire Mountain next to it by mistake.
Oh, I've missed a lot of facts out because we were too busy chatting. Never mind, eh?
I keep having to turn around with this plane. It's so powerful. I keep getting ahead of everyone.
I was lagging behind, but I'm doing all right now. Oh, someone's just disappeared. Who disappeared? Yeah, it is a shame that the add-on planes don't show on other people's sims. Sermont. You'd have thought they could maybe just include a library of basic visual models so they at least looked roughly right, wouldn't it?
I was fighting so much with the VMR files at VATSIM to cover the mainly aircrafts. I know that there are several offering something like, but Lufthansa, for example, never worked and so on. Well, and you have downloaded so many liveries, unbelievable.
Yeah. Have you got it working how you like now?
Yeah, I'm now nearly around about 95%. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I haven't done much tinkering with it. I've just downloaded the IVAO, whatever they call it, the altitude client and that pack and the VMR file that goes with it. And I just accept that some of them won't show.
Yeah, and this is exactly I don't like, especially in the evenings, because the IVAO VMR file does not, or the aircraft does not show the blinking and the lights and so on. And this is what I really love here in the flight sim.
Oh really? Mine does. It does have strobes and that on it. Don't know why. I'll send you the one that I use if you want. Try it out. It might be better.
Am I understand you correctly? You're using the thing from British FGeek too, right?
No, I don't bother with that one. Because I don't like to have loads of A320 liveries installed, so I just use the IVAO one. And I can't remember where I got it from. It was certainly something that he linked to in his tutorial.
Yeah, I know where it is. I know where it is. You must know, I was one of the founder of the IVAO German
Oh, were
community.
you? Oh, right. But now you fly on VATSIM. Why the switch?
I got rid of the virus flight simulator for 10 years, yes.
Yeah.
And then I came back and let's try it, and now I'm stuck here.
Ah, right. Okay.
And I would love when both come together so that we have enough controllers and pilots together. Yes.
Yeah, me too. Me too. It would definitely be good to have some more control online.
I was looking at it last night, and pretty much the whole of Europe was covered. It was insane.
On VATSIM?
Yeah.
There are some really good evenings once in a while.
Well, there is an ILS to our destination airport. With
There is.
Of 109.9.
Thank you.
With approach scores of 339.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's good that you gave
behind
me. It's good that you gave me hints to these guys here, because I'm not quite sure if they managed to land here with their aircrafts.
Who's that? Sorry.
Well, when you even can't stop the heating, I'm not quite sure if you understand how to land. So I'll add das will help.
You know, you guys can use all your newfangled radios and technology. I'm just gonna wave my arm out the window. Somebody can just guide me in.
Open doors with secondary wings.
Oh, Cernan, you've just upgraded to Club Filbert Silver. Thank you. Welcome aboard. I'll make sure if you're in my Discord server, just send me a DM to make sure that I add you to the right roles and that.
It's a nice sunset behind, if you look behind you. Just,
Oh, yes.
Yeah, indeed.
Oh, sorry, I missed your messages. This plane you bought on MSFS, so you would think it would show. Yes, but the other people have to have it. If we had the plane as well, then it would show.
Well, my engine just quit.
No! Did you run out of fuel?
No, we still have a few gallons left.
Oh. Is it carb icing?
Just turned on my carb, so we'll see.
I'm going to turn mine on, just in case.
Here's the sacrifice.
Yes, if you could just explain the cause of your demise as you plummet towards the earth, that'd be very helpful.
Yeah, I've already gone down once on this trip.
Well, Phil, but I think you should do a video to explain the cockpit of a Cessna. So, what is the what button now?
I could do that. I'd have to do some learning, but I could do that. I wonder how many people that would appeal to. Probably not that many.
Well, it was carb ice.
Sorry?
Carb ice.
Ah, was it? You're back up and running now?
Yeah, about 100 feet above the ground.
Nice.
I'll make sure to turn mine on.
I'm going to tell you about Kirkton of Murray Coulter. I don't know much about it. It's got 2 hotels, 200-year-old Old Mill Coaching Inn, and the Mary Coulter House Hotel. There's also a children's theme park called Storybook Glen. And apparently some sort of... What is this, a quarry? Or is it just a building site?
Yeah, it looks like a quarry.
It does, but I normally spot quarries and find out a lot about them, and I feel like I'm letting everyone down if I've totally missed one.
Well, I'm sure it's alright. I mean, quarries aren't the most exactly exciting thing in the world, are they?
Tell that to Tolstoy. I'm also going to tell you a little bit about Aberdeen because we're nearly there, and we'll be passing it. It'll be on our right-hand side as we come into land. So it's got a population of around 200,680, which makes it Scotland's 3rd most populous city. It's the offshore oil capital of Europe, thanks to the discovery of North Sea oil in the 1970s. And it has the largest seaport in northeast Scotland and one of the busiest commercial heliports in the world. So there you go.
Wow. They got any oil left?
They do. I don't know how much. I had a friend who lived in Aberdeen for a while. She was working up there, and I went to see her, and it was an interesting place. I quite liked it, but it's very sort of stark. A lot of old granite buildings, very grey, and then just this huge port and a bunch of sort of rich oil executives floating about. It's interesting.
It's a bit like Texas.
Probably.
Which runway are we coming in on, Philbert?
3, 4.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what the weather's like.
Does someone need the extra ILS information?
I've got it, thank you.
I just need the course, please.
It's 339.
Thank you.
So the wind's 320 at 5 knots.
West, so no heck.
Pardon?
No magnetic variation.
Oh, okay.
Is 09 west.
Thank you.
They have commercial flights here, or is it mainly domestic?
They do, yeah. They've got a lot of. Oh, yeah. So it's mainly domestic, but there's also a flight to Amsterdam from here, KLM flight.
I want to do that at some point.
Some flights to Bergen as well.
Oh. I think there's seasonal charter flights, if I'm not mistaken. I could be confusing it with Inverness. I did look this up.
Be a lovely approach, though.
It is.
I think there's sometimes flight to Stavanger as well, which is all part of the oil, the oil business, really.
No scenery for it though, freeware or payware, which I found surprising.
How many people here have tried your controls?
Yes, I have. I did a stream in it in the A320 quite recently, actually. Have you?
Yeah, I've tried it, but they say that you need to be on the same spot, right?
Sorry, you broke up a bit there. Say that again.
They say that you need to be on the same spot to connect, right?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of false, I think, because I got disconnected and I reconnected and I came back in his cockpit.
Okay. Yeah, I have had some luck when things have gone wrong in just rejoining wherever. But I think I've also had problems by doing that, where you can sometimes see another plane or the movements are just a bit jerky and random.
Yeah, and sometimes the buttons don't sync, but no biggie.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Guys, do you have windshields too?
Yeah. Do we have ice on them, you mean?
No, sorry, some turbulences.
Oh, no, it's quite smooth for me so far.
My aircraft always want to drop to the left.
Oh, right. Are you still amongst those hills? No, you can't be.
Oh, I'm above you.
Oh. I don't know. It's a nice.
Pretty well.
Yeah, I was just going to say it's a nice time to arrive, isn't it?
Look out on the left wing. Looks really good.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Well, I just had to do that with Navigraph with nothing. Just land it visually.
All right. Was it a good landing?
Yeah, the landing was alright, but then I skidded off the runway because I forgot to switch the engines off. Got back on.
We were very lucky with the weather as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it does feel like a very long final, this. When you're used to flying Cessnas into little airstrips, just when you see a wide runway, it's a lot further away than you think it is.
Well, Filbert, I was using you as my ILS, but I just passed you. So much for that.
If you've passed me, though, you've got to have good visual now. I have every faith.
Oh, no, there you go. You're right back in front of me.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
I'm doing about 60 now.
Yeah, I'm about ready to stall.
It's in about flying straight through you there.
Oh yeah, that's all right. Don't you worry. I've had worse. So for those of you who want to park somewhere realistic, I should have said this earlier, I forgot all about it. If you take the first exit and follow that taxiway to the end, so almost directly to the right of the runway 34 threshold, that is the Signature Aviation apron, which is the only FBO here as far as I'm aware.
Is that the first exit on the right?
Yeah.
Tell you what, this little plane is pretty powerful because I turned round about 4 times and it's still got ahead of everyone else. I can't seem to slow it down.
Oh, Jenny, you just pipped me to the post.
Yeah, I turned all my flaps off by mistake, so I'm like, I missed the first exit.
Also, when I said the first exit, what I really meant was this little helicopter runway thing that I'm on now. But you know, you take your time. You can come and find me.
We're cutting through the grass.
Yeah, do the grass. It's a tiny little apron, so we won't all fit anyway. But oh, good. There's a little man with a pushback trolley, and he seems to be marshalling me in. But I'm going to ignore him to make room for the rest of you. In fact, I'll just leave it here so I can watch you all land.
That's the longest I've flown a prop plane.
And how did you find it, other than the death?
Well, I mean, to the real prop planes, you have to fiddle with the trim all the time because it's a nightmare.
It's more intuitive on a real plane because you feel the pressure being released from the stick. So you're not just trying to science guys in a A320. Awesome. Trade it up.
It's a second nature. Trimming is second nature in the real world.
Yeah.
So.
Wow. He's never going to get down that taxiway.
No, this is true. He usually finds a way, though.
Right, I'm ready for the Spitfire now.
Oh, Dingo, thank you. I'm really glad you enjoyed it, and I'm glad that all my in-depth research was worth it. Oh, houses in the Aerobat, are you? Didn't know that. Very nice. I'll wait for you all to park up. There's no rush. Oh, DPE's running a little bit late. I didn't know he's only just coming. I tell you what, I'll nudge it forward a little bit. And who's in the Cirrus? Oh, it's the Irish Aviator.
I'm gonna go for today, so we'll see you.
Okay, JP, well, it's been lovely to have you along as always. See you on the next one.
Hopefully.
Take care.
So I can open my doors while you're all trapped in your plane?
Yes, you can.
See the science guy coming in his in the 320 there.
Yeah, yeah.
Lurking behind the hangar.
Yeah, don't be shy, science guy. In you come. And here's Dazza. Glad you enjoyed it, Dazza. Plastic Man is going to go crazy. Yeah, he is. Yeah.
There's an aircraft here, but I think because I don't have the payware for it, it's a normal aircraft because it's a tail wheel what he's got. It's showing us like pointing in the air. I'm not sure if you can see.
Whose is it?
It's kind of from you is behind you to your right, on your right shoulder almost.
Druid
I'm not sure.
Zeus.
Druid
I think.
Zeus.
I think, yes.
Okay, yeah,
Oh.
I see a tail wheel. Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. So it looks like a little Piper thing, doesn't it? But it's,
Yeah.
it's sitting on its tail.
Savage.
Yeah.
It's the new way to taxi.
Yeah. To be fair, that's the opposite way of what I normally taxi a tail dragger, which involves ploughing the propeller into the concrete. Good. Well, I think maybe we should call it a day there, but thank you to everyone who's watched on YouTube, and Sen, and thank you very, very much for your Club Filbert Silver membership again. And thank you to all of you for joining me.
Thanks,
Thank you very
Phil.
much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you
Take
so
care.
much.
Bye.
See you soon. Bye-bye.
See you later. Bye.
Alright, next one.
Right.
Thank
See
you.
you later,
Bye.
everyone.
Thank you.